Hey everyone, thanks for joining me for today's Advanced Pilates Reformer Standing Flow workout. I'd appreciate it if you'd take a minute to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you! Begin on one heavy red spring and low bar for Eve's lunge with the knee off the mat. Stand on the left side of your reformer, right foot against the shoulder pad, hands on the foot bar. Left foot is close to the front of your machine and crouch down. Inhale, extend your spine as you kick your leg back behind you. Exhale, curl the body as you pull the knee in. Inhale, stretch back. Exhale, curl in, keeping your knee off the mat.
You're the rose in a garden, and it shows if I'm honest. You're the leaf.
Add a blue spring, so you're on one red and one blue spring for scooter. Sit back towards your heel and kick your leg back behind you. Your standing leg is right next to your bent right knee when the knee comes in each time. Inhale, extend. Exhale to bend for 8 to 10 repetitions. Return your carriage home and switch to one blue spring, removing the red. Stand in an upright position, right foot still against your shoulder pad, and extend the right leg back behind you without anteriorly tilting the pelvis. Inhale as you extend back, squeezing the glutes. Exhale, return. Keep your abdominals tight. Add a lunge and arms swinging as you extend the leg back, and then pull in. Inhale and exhale, maintaining your balance.
That I love you.
Switch to one light spring. I'm choosing a yellow spring. Turn to face the other side of your reformer and hold the handle in your left hand. Standing tall, press your arm back towards your body or behind you for chest expansion. Inhale in one direction, exhale in the other. No rotation through the torso.
You're the rose in a garden, and it shows if I'm honest. You're the leaf.
Left leg stretches behind you so that you can go into a lunge. Pull the strap towards you like you're doing a row as you lunge down. Extend the arm as you straighten the legs.
And it shows if I'm honest. You're the leaves in mid-August, and I've come out here to say that I love you.
Stand with legs together for bicep curls. Make sure your knees are soft, shoulders low, and abs drawn in.
It's so good to see you. We do this every day, and I'm still so amazed.
Hold higher on the rope for tricep presses. Squat down and bring your arm back behind you slightly, keeping the elbow there as you bend and extend your forearm.
It's just us two, me and you.
Stand tall and turn to face your machine for serape. Interlace your fingers around the strap and rotate towards the foot bar and then back towards the risers. Keep your pelvis facing forward and just let the chest and arms and head rotate.
I hope it never ends. This being more than
Hang up the strap and change your springs to either 2 red springs or 1 red and 1 blue spring for long stretch, which is a plank position. Come to your plank position with your feet on or in front of your headrest, heels together, toes apart, and then hands wide on the foot bar. Inhale as you extend and press the arms back. Exhale as you bring the carriage home. Inhale away. Exhale, return, keeping your head, shoulders, hips, and heels in one straight line. Bring the carriage home and stand on your mat for a stretch. I'm holding the edge of the mat and I sort of sit back into my heels or my hips as I stretch through the arms. Remain on 1 red and 1 blue or 2 red springs, but bring your bar to high bar position for elephant. Hands wide on your foot bar, walk your feet back to your shoulder pads flat-footed. Round your back like a scared cat towards the ceiling and then press your legs back and forth. Inhale them away, exhale as they come underneath your hips. Keep your belly scooped and lifted and the head in between your arms.
I just feel so lucky. Still can't believe you.
Do another set of these but in releve, up on your tippy toes, heels against the shoulder pads. Imagine every time you're pulling the carriage in that you're going to come into a handstand. Exhale, pull in. Inhale, reach away.
Just feel so lucky. Still can't believe you love me.
Carefully step your toes on top of your shoulder pads. Shift your weight over your feet and then move out and in again. Moving from your hips, not your arms.
Miss your flight. Walk through the rain with me. Get soaked to the skin, feel free. Shut the world out. Let's hang out.
Return to a flat-footed position on the mat for arabesque. Extend your right leg in the air behind you and move your carriage out and in with the left leg, trying to lift your right leg higher every time you pull the carriage home.
The whole room lit up with
Switch legs.
sunny rays. Tonight we'll turn minutes into days, and nothing's gonna make.
Pull the carriage home and reach to your toes and stretch. Curl up to a standing tall position and clasp your hands behind your back. Stretch and open up the chest and shoulders.
Count the stars.
Lower your foot bar to low bar position and remain on 1 red and 1 blue or 2 red springs for the standing side split series. As always, be very careful walking around on top of your carriage. Place your right foot onto the wooden platform. Left foot remains on the carriage, facing the long edge of your mat. Arms reach apart, palms face down. Press your legs apart, holding for a 5 count, and then drag the carriage back in, growing tall through the spine.
The concert the other day. The whole room lit up with warm, sunny rays.
Return the carriage home and externally rotate your legs for gondola. Fist over fist in front of your chest. Squat down, press the carriage out, rise up, pull the carriage in. Press out, squat down, return the carriage home. Press away, straighten the legs, pull the carriage in, keep the legs straight, press out, bend the knees into a squat, come in. Out and up and in, out and down and in. Keep going.
However we end, tonight we'll turn minutes.
Heel toe your left foot into the inner edge for skate. Legs are parallel. Squat down and bring your hands behind your back. Extend your left leg out and in, straightening and bending the left knee. Draw your belly toward your spine, shoulders away from your ears. Carefully turn to the other side for your standing side splits. Feet are wide and parallel. Arms reach apart, but this time with the palms face up. Press through both legs, hold the carriage out there for a 5 count, and then slowly drag the carriage home. And do this again 4 to 6 times.
May you always keep your head held up high. Pretty little thing, you're a diamond in the rough, shining from within. I can tell that you're tough, just the sight of you.
Gondola. Externally rotate the legs, squat down, fist on top of fist. Press the carriage out, keep the carriage still as you straighten your legs and drag it back in. Push out with straight legs, squat down, stay low as you bring it in, and push back away. Rise up, pull in. Continue.
I can tell that you're tough. Order in a cup of love, feel it rising up and above. You will always keep my heart and soul strong. Plant your seeds and watch them grow. The light will
Heel toe your foot into the inner edge for skate. Squat down with your hands behind your back and kick that right leg out and in, keeping your abs drawn in tight and shoulders away from your ears. Inhaling and exhaling.
You're the first thing in the morning and the last. Baby, you're my future.
Stand 3/4 of the way back on your mat, facing your foot bar, depending on your leg length. Arms up and hug the tree position, and you're going to balance on your left leg. Drag your right toe to knee, hold there for a moment. Standing front splits. Extend your leg out, lunge forward, bending your knee towards your toes but keeping the carriage in. Then press your carriage out, rise up with straight legs, press out with straight legs, and lunge back in. Inhaling in one direction and exhaling in the other. Right arm is out to the side, left arm is straight forward.
Strong.
Return your carriage home and straighten both legs. Arms frame the head. Press out into big splits, moving your carriage back and forth with control and balance. Return your carriage home and softly take your foot to the mat to do the other side. Front splits, standing 3/4 of the way back on your carriage, heels together, toes apart. Drag your left toe to knee and then extend that leg to the pedal. Lunge forward, keeping your carriage in, and then press your carriage away, straightening the front leg. Rise up with straight legs to pull the carriage in, press away, and then lunge back in. Inhaling in one direction, exhaling in the other. The right arm is straight forward, the left arm is out to the side.
It's one way or the other.
Return your carriage home for big splits. Straighten the front leg, keeping your carriage in, arms frame the head. Then press back as far as feels safe to you and pull the carriage home with straight legs the entire time. Abs drawn in, inhale away, exhale, return. Return your carriage home and softly take your left foot to the mat. Step off the machine to the right and change to one yellow or one blue spring. Turn to face the risers, holding the strap in your right hand. Standing tall, press your arm back to the hip or behind your hip for chest expansion. Inhale in one direction, exhale in the other. No rotation through the torso.
You just fall in and out of love. Oh, you just just fall.
Step your right leg behind you for lunges. As you lunge, row your right arm, pulling the strap towards your body. As you straighten the legs, straighten the arm out in front of you. Inhale in one direction, exhale in the other. Keep the head high and chest open.
While the lovers roam the streets, and I know it ain't your fault, you just follow the heart.
Bring the legs together for bicep curls. Stand with knees soft, elbow slightly forward of the body. Exhale as you squeeze, inhale as you straighten the arm.
It's over so fast. Just one thing to discover. Oh no, it was never built to last. So throw it on the fire.
Hold slightly higher on the strap for tricep presses. Squat down, bring your elbow by your side, and bend and extend the arm. Inhale and exhale. If it's too heavy, walk forward. If it's too easy, walk backwards.
Well, you just fall.
Stand tall and turn to face your machine for serape. Legs slightly apart, rotate to the right and back to the left. Make sure the hips stay facing forward, but the rib cage, head, and arms turn.
You just fall. I'm waiting.
Hang up the strap and be on one blue spring. Standing to face your foot bar, put your left foot against the shoulder pad. Right leg stands next to left. Lift your kneecap off the mat and extend the leg back behind you. Hands can be on your hips or out to the sides if that helps your balance. Squeeze your glute muscle as you extend the leg back to prevent your back from arching.
Me as so many times before.
Lunges with the arms swinging as though you're walking. Inhaling in one direction, exhaling in the other. Bend the front knee as the left leg goes behind you and return each time to a tall position.
If only I could do one thing.
Change to one red and one blue spring for scooter. Hands on the foot bar, kneecap off the mat, and kick your leg back behind you 8 to 10 times, squeezing the glute and hamstring. Belly drawn in and up, shoulders away from the ears. Make sure that your standing leg has a micro bend in the knee so as not to lock it.
Waiting at the doorstep, finally home.
Change to one red spring for Eve's lunge with your kneecap off the mat. Move your standing foot forward on the floor and extend the body as you kick your leg back behind you, then curl your torso as you drag the knee back in. Inhale, extend back, opening up your heart. Exhale, curl and pull the carriage home.
If only I could do one thing, I'll be with you. It's true.
Return the carriage home and change to one blue spring, standing behind your foot bar facing the machine, feet together in a Pilates V stance. Inhale, the arms up and overhead. Exhale, dive forward, curling over and landing your hands on the edge of your carriage. Inhale, push the carriage away, straightening your spine, looking out in front of you. Exhale, curl the spine, pulling the carriage in, looking towards your thighs. Inhale, extend out, lifting your head and tail. Exhale, tuck and curl and pull in. Round your back, bring the carriage home, and curl all the way up, lifting your arms to the ceiling. Exhale the arms side and down, and clasp your hands behind your back to open up your chest and shoulders. We'll finish with a piriformis stretch. I'm tall, so I'm raising my bar to a medium or high position. Turn out your leg as you place it on top of the foot bar. The lower portion of your leg should try to rest flat on the bar. Lean forward if that feels like a good stretch for you, and hold for several big, deep breaths. You should feel the stretch in your outer hip. Switch legs. Place your foot on the floor and stand tall for one final big deep breath. Inhale the arms up and overhead. Exhale them down as you stay long and lifted. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next week.